Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Got two left feet. Get on the ballroom beat. They're dancing in the street. They're on the ballroom beat. We can tango, we can swing, we can do anything. Walk in through the door and waltz on the floor. You wanna feel the heat? Get on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Foxtrot on the ballroom beat. Salsa on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of On the Ballroom Beat. My name is Mike Berger and I'm going to be your guest host this week as we have asked Lania to step out for the first half of the show as we're going to talk about what men want on the dance floor. So with me today I have David Schmidt and Misha Ostryakov from the Arthur Murray Dance Studio in Palm Harbor. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Fabulous.
Excellent. So, ladies, this might be something you want to get your pens and paper out for. Take some notes because you just might learn a couple things. Last couple days, we got together in the studio and we brainstormed on what men want on the dance floor. And to start us off, I'll tell you the first thing we talked about is that you ladies do like to lead our lives a little bit, and that's okay, and we're fine with that. But on the dance floor, maybe not so much. So what do you guys think about women leading on the dance floor?
Well, they have to make up their mind. Do they want to dance with a guy or do they want to lead?
Okay,
like in real life, right?
So what happens when they lead? What could be some downfalls of that?
It's not fun. It serves us no purpose. It's, okay, what's our job? We have no job.
It's pointless, yes.
Yeah.
It's pointless, right? Because we need to get up there and we're the figure that's going to guide them through the dance routine and make that strong presence on the floor, correct?
Right.
Well, it's just more logical because as men, we grew up as boys always having a job to do, and so when you take our job away, we have nothing to do. You get to do all the cool turns and stuff like that. What's left with us?
That's right, ladies. Don't take our job away.
Yeah.
All right, so...
What you always do is stand back and go... That's not fun for us either.
That's true. Really. They get to get out there in the frilly dress. The eyes are always on them anyway, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So this is our one joy in dancing. Absolutely.
And our one time only in life, really.
And our one time only in life. So the next point that you guys brought up is kind of a fine line, and it's a little confusing to me, so hopefully we can explain this to our audience out there. Mm-hmm. We still like them to be able to move on their own. So what is the difference between a woman leading and still being able to move on her own?
Well, you think of it this way, right? So you got a woman here, right? You got a man here. Okay, so as a man, I'm leading you across the dance floor. But if I'm going back here and you're not moving, all of a sudden, you're way back over here doing who knows what. So if I'm going back this way, you got to keep up with me pretty much, right? You all get that?
That's a
pretty
phenomenal
colorful
demonstration.
Yeah. Thank you.
And now I see why we got the pizza. And so that's excellent. Thank you very much for that demonstration, David, and I hope all of you took notes at home for that. By the way, we did order pizza today. I ordered beer, and they made mine a root. I'm not sure if that's what I was going for.
It doesn't look like a beer.
No,
I was
it doesn't
thinking
look like a beer. So maybe it's...
I got a Sprite instead. But
maybe it's on the way.
Not very happy.
So... Excellent. So thank you for the illustration, David.
You're welcome.
So the next thing we want to talk about is we know that mistakes are going to be made on the dance floor, right? It's just a nature of what we do, and we also know that 95% of the time it's the woman's fault. So guys, what do we do? What would you like to see that woman do when she makes that mistake out on the dance floor?
Should I use the pizza again? Sure. Okay. So got a man and a woman, right? Okay, so I'm dancing with you, and let's say I turned you. Woo, so cool. All right, so let's say you made a mistake while you're turning. If you just stop there and go, oh, I don't know, and I'm still moving here, it's not fun anymore. If I'm still dancing and moving, you got to keep up with me, right? You got to keep on moving, like we talked about the last subject, right? So if I'm dancing with you, you turn, woo, that was so much fun. You got to keep on moving. Make a mistake, keep on going.
All right, so what I'm hearing is that, and we're not going to be able to eat any of this pizza now, David.
I don't want this
So
pizza anymore,
what I'm
you
hearing
know.
is that when a woman makes a mistake, you want her to keep that smile and keep on moving.
Yeah.
Just
that
keep
accurate?
moving.
Just keep
moving. Do you have anything to add to that? Are your sentiments the same on that, Misha?
Yeah, it's important to understand if you made a mistake that's normal. Everybody does that. So just keep doing what you were doing and you'll be good.
Absolutely.
And a life lesson for women, too. Stay in the moment. Don't worry about the past.
Absolutely. You know, I imagine it's got to be so tough to go out there, to make a mistake. A lot of times, too, competitions, they mean so much to all of us. And when you make that mistake, it's got to be so difficult to keep that smile on and that professionalism and keep going. And we have to all try and remember to, especially women, when you make all those 95% of mistakes, to push through those. Absolutely. Good point, guys. So tell me about fashion decisions that women make. Sometimes they can affect us men on the dance floor. Is that right?
Correct.
So tell me about how can those fashion decisions negatively affect the dancing performance?
Ponytails, for example, when you do turns and spins, they can smack your face. You're like,
Oh,
and you
no.
can see you're crying. They're like, why are you crying? Wow.
That the ponytails can be dangerous, women. They whip around really fast. Sometimes they're
Especially if the woman has very curly hair, it
Or
feels
long.
like, or long hair, long and
Or
curly.
both.
Yeah, really painful that way. It feels like
Sure.
you're getting smacked around with a couple of whips.
the long hair. Okay. Any jewelry or accessories that they should stay away from?
Yeah, anything that when I turn you, you don't peel my skin off on my hand. I've had that several times before. Your skin gets caught in their jewelry. Wear appropriate heels that aren't too tall that you can move in. I know you've talked about long dresses.
Long dresses, long necklaces as well, because when you're spinning, they can wrap around your neck a couple times.
Oh,
and you know,
no.
it's difficult to dance when you're not breathing. So,
Oh, wow.
I mean, I like practice skirts that you wear, but I think above the ankle is appropriate.
Yes, I would agree.
So we like above the ankle practice skirts. They're the number one thing.
Above the knee's not bad
longer.
either.
Above
Not
the
longer.
Do either of you have a story to share about one time when maybe there was an accessory that got in your way?
But David has.
Want to use the pizza again? No, I mean, I mentioned the jewelry getting caught in my fingers while
Yeah.
dancing with a girl, and you have, it hurts, and you just keep smiling and keep going.
Yeah,
You just have to keep going, just like one of those many mistakes.
Like the pizza.
Yep, like the pizza. Absolutely, guys. So women, be mindful of what accessories you wear. Keep in mind your gentlemen when they're out on the dance floor and what a hazard you truly can be sometimes. So, moving on. Last week's episode, Lania was out here with the young ladies, and they were going over what women want on the dance floor. And one of the things that they brought up that was most important to them, I'm sure you won't find this as a shock, is conversation on the dance floor. So, guys, conversation on the dance floor, where does that weigh in for you?
The woman has to understand something that goes on in our head. Number one, we have to keep timing. Number two, we have to be aware of our situation on the dance floor, how crowded it is, who's in our way, who's behind us. And number three, we have to also make quick, snap decisions about what move we want to do next. We can't do a basic for a minute and a half because then you'll get bored easily and then start complaining about that. On top of that, now you want us to keep you having a conversation as well. So,
They ask a lot of us. Yeah.
so if we're not able to hold a conversation for the entire thing, now you kind of know what goes on in our brains.
Okay, that makes sense. And Misha, how about you as conversation on the dance floor?
I think as long as she can keep moving her feet and keep the rhythm, why not?
Why not?
Let's discuss nuclear power.
That's pretty good. Okay, so I guess we are okay with conversation on the dance floor as long as it doesn't distract their dancing.
Exactly.
And that's where we're at. I know that women usually do like to talk in every aspect of their life, and the dance floor is now another place for them to share that.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, thank you guys for sharing some of the things of what men want on the dance floor. We have a very exciting rest of the episode coming up for you. We may ask Lania to come back on just because I guess it is her show and her name's in the credits, so we might have to give her some time up here, but I don't think we're going to give her any pizza. But for the rest of the show, we have a very exciting portion, so please stay tuned. We're going to share with you an interview from the PB&J Theater Factory, which is very exciting. I know we had some clips of them from weeks past. What we're also going to have, we have some gossip, and I'm not quite sure of exactly what it is, but there's going to be some changes made to Dancing with the Stars, and I hear that someone very big is leaving the show, and I have a guess, but I'm not quite sure who it is, and I think Lonnie is going to come and share that with us. So stay tuned. We got a great second half coming up, and we'll see you on the other side.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Beltran Dental Surgery is dedicated to providing the highest quality dental surgery.
Teeth in a Day allows a patient to walk in with their old teeth, sleep under IV sedation, and walk out with a brand new smile. Unlike dentures, Teeth in a Day allows you to eat what you want and still feel like you have your own teeth.
From wisdom teeth removal to implants or creating a whole new smile, call now or visit our website to learn more about our procedures. Get a brand new smile today.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Berger from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
My middle son did not like to come to the dentist, but now he loves to come to the Beehive.
You don't have to be afraid to go to the dentist. Believe me, Dr. B and his worker bees are the best. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
The last several years have been confusing and trying for homeowners. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group was there before the housing crisis, during, and we are still here now advising people of their options and helping them choose the best financial solutions for their family. You do have options, and today's market promises lots of opportunities. We have found that there are a lot of questions out there and misinformation, and we want you to know we have answers. Advisors Mortgage and Financial Group, providing solutions today for a better tomorrow.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to On the Ballroom Beat. Lania, we had a lot of fun without you, but I'm glad that you're back on the show.
Okay, I have to ask, 95% of mistakes? Are you out of your mind?
It's a fact. I Googled it.
The dog's going to have your spot in bed tonight. Anyway, 95%, you're absolutely wrong on that. Welcome back to On the Ballroom Beat. I'm so excited to be back here with you. You guys had a lot of fun, it looks like.
We had a blast. I didn't get to eat any pizza, though, because David touched it all. But
I think I'll pass on the pizza, too. So welcome back. We have some really fun news and gossip to share with you. Stuff that's going on in the studio, stuff that's going on in Hollywood. So let's start with in the studio information, shall we?
Absolutely.
Okay, so shoes. We are going to help you here at On the Ballroom Beat pick out your perfect pair of dance shoes. Make sure that you tune into our episode on Wednesday, February 4th, when we have On Point Shoes here on the Ballroom Beat with us. Now, they are also going to be at the Arthur Murray Dance Studio in Palm Harbor all day long. So you can go there and go shoe shopping, and then we're going to have a test drive party that night so you can get your new pair of shoes on and test drive them on the dance floor. It's going to be a really, really, really fun night that you should definitely be a part of.
So what I hear is that you're going to be doing some more shopping.
Absolutely, yes. Shopping for sure.
And what if, tell our viewers, what if folks have special orders or special requests for the shoes? Is that something that's possible?
Thank you, yes. If there's something in particular you're looking for, or you have a special request about heel height or shape or size or something like that, let us know ahead. We are going to be in contact with On Point, and we're going to send them a list of requests. I know I already have a request myself. Wait till you see the shoes I'm going to get.
Here we go, yeah. I can't wait.
So we have that, and then this is a little bit of Hollywood and local studio news. Chelsea Hightower and Ryan DeLillo are going to be at Arthur Murray Palm Harbor on Thursday, February 19th. Now, I'm assuming you recognize their faces because they are some of the hottest names in ballroom and, hottest names on TV, really. Dancing with the Stars is huge, and Chelsea Hightower has been on that for several seasons now. Both of them were on So You Think You Can Dance. Both of them were finalists on So You Think You Can Dance, and Ryan DeLillo is still an all-star on So You Think You Can Dance. Most of the ladies at the studio have asked if he's also bringing his abs. I believe it's one without the other would be impossible.
Men. Do you really need him? I mean, me, David, and Misha.
Anyway, so yes, ladies, he should be there with his abs. The private coachings are already full. Those went very quickly, but there are still spots available in their workshops. Chelsea Hightower is going to be doing ladies styling, and the styling is going to be appropriate for competitions and showcases. So she's going to be doing some of the really cool get you noticed styling for our ladies. And Ryan DeLillo will be doing salsa combinations. So that's going to be appropriate really for everybody. Beginners, advanced. He's going to do some really cool, fun stuff. And yeah, we welcome everybody to be a part of it. Call us at 727-786-2224 if you do want to be a part of those workshops. And they're going to talk about nutrition too.
Excellent.
Good stuff. Cool. Yes.
And coming up, don't forget we have Medals Ball, so don't forget to get your certifications ready for our big graduation party. It will be on Wednesday, March 11th. It's going to feature the Good Time Swing Band. So if nobody's met them before, I think there's a picture on the screen right now of them, and they are just an amazing group of people, amazing sound that they create. So don't forget to come on out for our big Medals Ball. You can make sure to RSVP at the front desk.
Yes, and Good Time Swing Band, they do everything just right tempo, so they're great to dance to. Really great to dance to. Nice big band. Okay, so are you ready for the gossip?
I can't wait. I have a guess though. I got to tell you, I have a guess, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so of course the big gossip is that that there's somebody not returning for season 20 of Dancing with the Stars. Can you guess who it is?
Is it Len Goodman?
No, it's not Len Goodman. I know a lot of people said that for a while. They really did think that he was going to be just staying in England because he prefers to just spend a lot of time at Strictly Ballroom. His mother's not well, that's why.
Oh,
anyway,
that's a shame.
It is a shame, but no, he is going to be on the show this season. But the one who is going to be taking the season off is Derek Huff.
What?
Yeah. He's my favorite too.
Wow.
He's such a great choreographer. So he is taking season 20 off. They have said that he will be back for season 21. Now, the reason he's taking off is actually pretty cool. He's going to be in the New York Spring Spectacular at Radio City Music Hall in New York. Cool. That's starting on March 12th. So if you are up in the New York area, go check it out. I mean, how cool to see Derek Huff live like that. He's an unbelievable talent, so much fun, and we wish him the best, but he will be missed. It's the big 10-year anniversary season, so there's going to be a lot of special stuff going on. Some other changes to the show that we'll go over later, but yeah, we will definitely miss Derek.
And he'll be back.
Yes, he'll be back for season 21, which is good. Okay, so now moving on. So You Think You Can Dance has a regular who's going to be missing too.
Oh, no.
Can you guess?
Is it that guy with the accent that speaks really funny?
Let me just help you out.
Okay.
Mary Murphy.
Mary Murphy.
Hot Tamale Train. Woo!
I'm going to miss the Hot Tamale Train. Oh my gosh.
I know. So no Mary Murphy this year, which I was pretty shocked by. So yeah, she won't be on So You Think You Can Dance this summer. The positive to this is that those of you who are viewing at home, you don't have to be afraid to have your volume too high. Because you're not going to get any of that high-pitched screaming. But
that's true.
No tickets to the Hot Tamale Train.
Oh, no.
Presumably.
They're sold out.
They're sold out. So anyway, so no Mary Murphy. They're reformatting the show.
Okay.
The show's going to be a little bit different this year, where their top 20 is going to be comprised of 10 street dancers and 10 stage dancers. And so I guess with the new format.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, they decided to go a different route. So no Mary Murphy. That's my gossip for you.
That's some pretty good gossip. I mean, definitely. So coming up now, I think, is our interview with the PB&J Theater Factory. again, what a pleasure it was to meet these folks. It's a great group. If you ever have an opportunity to see them, we highly recommend it. I mean, we just had a blast that night and got to have the opportunity to spend some time with them. So I think we're going to start that interview right now.
Yep, here it is. Check it out. Hi, I'm Monia with On the Ballroom Beat, here with the PB&J Theater Factory right after the production of Slay. Welcome to On the Ballroom Beat, guys. Hey. Will you introduce yourselves for our viewers out there?
Absolutely. I am Brandon.
I'm Chelsea.
Anthony.
Becky.
Terrence.
Now, these guys are tremendously talented actors and performers, and Slay was incredible tonight. Can you talk a little bit about what makes PB&J so unique as a theater company?
Sure. The style of work that we do is a silent physical comedy style. So it's a play with no spoken dialogue, but we do use sound effects, props, and costumes just like any other normal play. But we just don't say anything out loud. So it's all physically driven action.
Now, in ballroom dancing, of course, we have lead and follow, and we take our cues from the way that the person's moving. Sometimes you're not even touching, and you're taking cues from each other. Can you talk about how you make that happen?
We do it wrong many times. Eventually we cut it. Yeah, after we do it wrong so many times, you eventually get it right. It really is kind of a thing where it's in all seriousness to that point. We rehearse it enough to where we kind of find each other's rhythms and just kind of sync up together in certain instances. However, it is advantageous when we can have contact with one another. So if Chelsea and I are next to each other, if I can just have an elbow on her and I can feel when she's moving, the audience may not even notice that I'm touching her, but I sense it and I can go for that. So.
Small signals from each other.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. That's positive connection in the ballroom dance world, by the way. That's really well done. Now, have any of you done any ballroom dancing before? I think I heard that maybe.
In shows. There's a give and take of focus, so someone is always in the lead in each scene, and the fellow actors who don't necessarily have the focus need to look to them in order to follow their lead.
We all need, sometimes it might not necessarily be who is going to end up doing the show, but we all pitch ideas, and we kind of decide what story or stories we want to tell. And then if something intrigues us, then we say, I'll go home and work on this, and then come back with ideas, and we snowball on each other.
And it's literally blue sky. It's throwing every idea you have. It doesn't matter when you're all together, we're just sitting around throwing ideas. It's very, very open, very positive. It's never, that's a stupid idea. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but it's always, it's usually yes.
Typically we have a subject matter first. Slay was actually the second show that we wrote from scratch, and it was originally for the Garden Theater, and it reopened 7 or so years ago, whatever it was. Staging, knowing that I've got movers working with me and not necessarily dancers, and I'm not a dancer either.
And what's next on the plate for PB&J?
Next up, we have applied and successfully survived the lottery for the next Fringe Theater Festival here in Orlando, which will be in May. And we're going to be doing a co-production with Circus Arts, which did the show on We last year at Fringe. So we're teaming up with them to do a whole new show that will be kind of circus focused, so it'll be a lot of aerial acts and acrobatics and that sort of thing, with a little bit of PB&J peppered in along the way. So that's next up on the plate.
Well, we look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for joining us on the Ballroom Beat today. This has been a wonderful time. If you get a chance to check out PB&J at the Fringe Festival, I highly, highly recommend them. I've seen some of your other work and it's brilliant and fantastic. So make sure that you check them out in May. And thank you so much for joining us on the Ballroom Beat. Thank you again to PB&J Theater Factory. It was such a pleasure to see your show, to chat with you afterward. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It certainly was. And I want to send out a special thank you to David and Misha for helping me today with the What Men Want on the Dance Floor portion. We had a great time.
Yes, it was highly entertaining. Now make sure that you tune in next week. Next week is going to be a very interesting episode. We're going to be looking at the history of Arthur Murray. So many people, know the name, of course, because it's a franchise that's been around for over 100 years, but we're going to take a look at the man behind the name, the man behind the footprints and footsteps, if you will, Mr. Arthur Murray himself. And I've got to tell you, I have some really cool stuff to share with our viewers. Really cool.
I'm excited to hear too.
Yeah. We're going to be taking a look at some footage from the Arthur Murray dance party back in the 50s. Wow. We're going to see the first Arthur Murray dance studio, and it's really cool to see. And I love the cars in the picture too.
Oh, that's so neat.
Cars from the time. So anyway, make sure that you tune in next time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for co-hosting with me today.
It was absolutely my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for doing What Men Like on the dance floor.
Anytime you need us, we'll come and tell you what we like.
I'm not sure if I'll take you up on that anytime soon, 95%. But it really was a lot of fun today. And we look forward to seeing you all next week on the Ballroom Beat.
Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Got two left feet. Get on the ballroom beat. They're dancing in the street. They're on the ballroom beat. We can tango, we can swing, we can do anything. Walking through the door and waltz on the floor. You wanna feel the heat? Get on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Foxtrot on the ballroom beat. Salsa on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat.